Oh, good morning, everybody. It's 7:17 in the morning. I feel like absolute shit. I am suspended from Twitter. Well, this time I'm suspended for, I guess, indefinitely. Uh, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it had to do with the things I said about Ellen, Elliot Page, whatever the case. I didn't actually think I said anything offensive. But then again, who the hell knows what qualifies as offensive these days? God knows I don't have a clue. At this point in time, who the hell knows? So, hey, Bees Nest. Hey, let me throw the StreamYard in here real quick. You're more than welcome to come in. Just don't mind my voice. I sound like absolute shit today. YouTube rejected your YouTube rejected my own comment? How the fuck does that work? I started to say, how the hell does YouTube reject my own comment on my own stream? What the fuck? That's some effed up shit. Good lord. Oh, who? Yeah, Ellen Page, Elliot Page, whatever the hell her name is. She played Shadowcat on the X-Men movies, and then she's in. Cannot click it in the chat. You've got to be kidding me. Well, this about sums up my fucking morning. Let me try again. Give it a shot. See if that works. Oh, is it because you're on your phone? I think I remember you were on your phone before. Could be wrong. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, I'm fairly certain it has to do with that. I didn't think I said anything offensive, but then again, it's this phone. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I remember now. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had to do with that Ellen Elliott Page thing. And, that's fine. I shot my appeal. We'll see. Whatever the fuck. I didn't say anything offensive, which is unusual for me, but, as far as I can tell, I didn't say anything offensive. But who the fuck knows? I'll be honest, these days I can't tell what's offensive and what isn't offensive anymore. I mean, this day and age, is it even possible to know what is offensive and what is not offensive? I mean, seriously, I want to know. Basically, nowadays we live in a world where disagreement now equals you're a phobe or some shit like that, or as Stone Loki says, a Yahtzee or whatever that shit is. I don't fucking get it. Hi, hey Bubba. Sorry, that was my son. And now you top it off. You got these freaking. And we spent 4 years getting the shit kicked out of us by the other side, and now that they think they're getting their way, they're like, "Oh well, let's get along." Yeah, screw you. Doesn't work that way. You don't get to half-ass it. I'm just that's not me. Oh, you had a movie that was taken down after being up for a month? What the fuck? Hey, Lord Seth. Hey, you want to jump in? You're more than welcome to come in. I'm just not feeling the greatest, so, you know, I'm suspended off Twitter again and I'm sick. So, screw it. Figured I'd fire up a stream considering I saw Jedi Bill wasn't on. Oh, thanks, Bubba. So, if anybody's interested, I know I've shot it in. Here, I'll shoot it in again. Sorry about my voice. It's shot the shit. No, I'm okay. Wife and son were sick. Yeah, I'm gonna stream for a little bit. Bee's Nest. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm not feeling the grit, so I'm pretty much just going to sit here. Maybe get some tea and take a little something to help with it. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere right now. So you're more than welcome to change out whatever you want. Lords, Seth, you're welcome to come in anytime you want. Cool beans. Cool beans, Bee's Nest. But yeah, ugh. Unfortunately, this is a bad thing that happens in my house when Madam Geek gets sick, and then my son gets sick, and then it gets passed on to me, and then somehow our youngest, she manages to 9 times out of 10 avoid it. She's got the best immune system in the house, I think. It's crazy. She hardly ever gets sick. But it's like once my wife and son go through their 24, 48-hour thing, I get it. And it's like, oh, shit. I'm stuck with it. Currently, I feel like I feel like when I'm walking, I'm swimming through water. That's how my head feels. So, not a fun situation, but I'll survive. It's not the first time I've been sick. No, I do not have corona, people. I do not have the beer bug, I promise. I'm 80% certain I don't have the bug. And 80% of the time, I am right all the time. Or whatever bullshit I could come up with. Oh, I see on Discord, Random Canucks Online, Curry, Jetta I think, Positive Candor. Want to shoot a few DMs over to them, see if they'd like to come in. See if they want to come hang out. No, we'll see what's going on with Jedi Bill. Then I hit up Rambling Canucks, see what he's doing in the Great White North. Positive Candor. I'll tell you what, Positive Candor has one of the most soothing voices I have ever heard. Something about his voice is just very calming. I wish my voice was sometimes like that, but it's not. I'm loud, I'm harsh. I had a very bad ear infection. Felt like my feet were. Oh God, your equilibrium was all shot to hell, Seth. Oh man, I can't imagine how bad that is. I mean, I've had dizzy spells once in a while, but yeah, couldn't coordinate your legs. Shit. Well, right now I can coordinate. Uh, I'm not coughing too heavy, thankfully. I'm trying not to breathe too heavy so I don't cough. But oh, good morning, Mister. Is it Hydro Dangerous? No, I don't have my glasses on, so not a fucking clue. I have no topic for today. Honestly, this is just kind of random shit. Kind of seeing how everybody's doing. It's a fun morning. I'm not feeling the greatest, but you know what? I can do this. I can come up here, I can talk, and chat with folks. We can have a good time. What is today? Today is Thursday. Oh, today's Friday. Fuck. That tells you how screwed up I am. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Oh boy. Oh, I guess I'll have to catch the reviews on Star Trek Discovery from everyone. I actually did try and watch that show when everybody was watching it the other day. I was like, oh my god, this shit is so bad. Although I will admit, Saru is really the best character on the show, my thought. I can't store as much iron as you. Uh, Seth, do you have an iron deficiency? I'm gonna assume that's what you mean by that. You have an iron deficiency. It's Mr. Hyde, but Hydrus now had to change the name due to copyright. Mr. Hyde is copyrighted? I would have thought that would have been public domain, but Hey, what do I know? That's interesting. Editing, if you're still on when I'm done, I'll join. Cool, random. Look forward to seeing your guys' stuff. Are you firing up a video today? Is it going up today or is it going up next week? Is it one of those ones you and here's Bee's Nest. How you doing, Bee's
Hey,
Nest?
hey,
Hey, Rambling. Is it one with you and Admiral? Just curious. I didn't know if it was one of your guys' history with R&Rs. Um, which if Bee's Nest, if you haven't checked those out, those are really good. Those history with R&R. Rambling Canuck and Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom. They do a real good job with those. Big history, but they're kind of like me. They're big history buffs.
oh, I love history.
Yeah, they're working on Stalin, and then I think they're doing right now. They're doing Stalin, and next they're going to do Churchill.
There's one guy, I forgot his name. That's somebody knocking on my door. Some R and H Productions or something. He's like from Europe, and he
Uh,
does a lot of World War II documentaries.
oh, that's cool. I use uh I use this one particular channel a lot, especially with my uh Civil War. What's it called? I gotta look it up now. I'll look it up this way. 7 days battle. Yeah, 7 days battle. Civil War. It should pop up. It's called American Battlefield Trust. They
Huh.
do a lot of animated battle maps and a lot of extras. Per people coming in doing the staging for the battles and stuff. It's really good, and I enjoy the animated maps, kind of showing how the breakup is done. And my son really loves those because they'll be like 10, 12 minutes long, and I'll end up spending 30 minutes with him because we have to stop because he wants to pause it and ask questions, and the questions are legitimate to what we're talking about. So I quite enjoy that.
I don't know. I can't look up from my phone, but I think there's one called Veritas, and they talk about like the old Roman, how they're able to defeat, how they were so good because of their formations. They would do these wedge formations, shit like that.
Yeah, no, that sounds interesting. I thought it was funny when I said this to someone. Uh, Somebody tried to say, "Are you trying to cross the Rubicon?" I said, "Dude, I've already passed the Rubicon, and unlike you, I know." And then I said this. I said, "Dude, I've already crossed the Rubicon, and unlike you, I actually know what that means.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Unlike I know what crossing the Rubicon means.
And that
If
motherfucker
you're
did it, and that
that
motherfucker did
motherfucker
it
did
too.
it." Well, I mean, and for those of you who don't know what they mean by that, crossing the Rubicon is before you enter back into Rome, you're supposed to disband your army prior to crossing the Rubicon. And
Yeah,
Julius Caesar did not do that. That motherfucker walked right straight through with his army.
because who was trying to take charge? Uh, I forgot. It starts with a P or something. There was somebody that was trying to take charge, and he chased him out of Rome. Like once he saw Julius Caesar coming, he's like, "Oh shit!" So he went over to Macedonia or somewhere to like regroup to get his army bigger. And Julius Caesar chased his ass all the way over there. So he left there. He went to Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
and so he asked the little boy king. He's like, "Look, can I need your army because Julius is coming." And the little boy was like, "Well, didn't he beat your ass in this place?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's why I need your army." And when Julius arrived, uh, they presented the guy's head on a platter to Julius
Huh.
because at that time, Cleopatra and her little brother was king, and they were fighting amongst themselves. So the little brother wanted Julius's army to help him fight
Pompey.
Cleopatra.
Pompeii was the name you were thinking.
Yes, yes,
Pompeii.
yes,
I thought it
yes.
was Pompeii, but I had to look it up. I wanted to confirm we were talking about Pompeii. But you're right,
Yeah.
Pompeii.
So Julius is like, hey, I don't want no part of this shit. He's dead. I just want to go home. I got to take care of Rome.
Yeah.
So the little boy arrested Julius. Cleopatra ended up rescuing him. That's how they met, and all that whole love flame thing came.
Yeah. Well, like I said, yeah. I mean, I thought it was interesting when I was looking at it because it says, you know, they got a point in the article I was just looking at. Crossing the Rubicon is a metaphor for a point of no return. I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, that's about it. But
I've used that
yeah,
many times.
what's that? The point
I've
of no
used that
return.
term. No, I use that term a lot of times. I was like,
Oh, crossing the
motherfucker,
Rubicon.
I'm about to cross the motherfucking Rubicon if you don't shut the fuck up. Of
What
course, they
always
probably
cracks
don't know
me
what that
up.
means.
Well, I think a lot of people don't know what it means, and which is always kind of cracks me up because I'm like, you could look the phrase up. It's not difficult. It's a phrase, but woo, damn.
No issue.
Thank you. Oh, I got my dog staring at me.
It's like, what's wrong, brother?
He's just he knows when I'm not feeling good. I think he knew that last night. That's why he came late with us instead of my son.
What is he? You got allergies or flu? What?
Um, my wife, she had a cold a couple days ago, and generally how it plays out is the cold hits her, hits my son, it hit them both, now it's hit me. Somehow my daughter seems to always manage to avoid these things. But yeah, I'm stuck with a cold. I'll take some Theraflu. I'll take some Theraflu in a little bit, but I'll be all right. Just feel like shit. Feel like I'm swimming in mud or walking in mud, but I'll live.
I hate that feeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason I'm up so early is because fucking the VA transport is going to be here like at 8:30. So that
Okay.
means I need at least 2 hours to get some coffee in me to get up.
Where's the VA
So
transport taking you? You
to
going
the
to the
main
doctor?
hospital.
Okay, you
Yeah,
got.
the main hospital is like 35 minutes from here.
Okay.
So they just pick me up and transport. I think they're just going to take blood.
What's your disability? Are you 100%?
Oh hell no! They only got me 10% right now.
Oh, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I'm fighting to get more for my back. That's what I originally set out on. But
Wait a minute,
the
just your back and they gave you 10 for that? They gave me 30 for my back. They gave me
I they, they,
30% for my
they
back and
haven't
gave me.
no they hadn't even give me nothing for my back. The VA guy that's in my city, the little satellite VA building,
Yeah.
he's the one. He goes, man. He goes, I'm gonna try to get you all I can. So he's the one that actually went out on his own to get me the T Unitas. The ringing in the ear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you
So
were you part of that did you file for that 3M issue that was going on for the hearing?
no, I saw that though. No,
Okay. I couldn't go. There was no reason for me because when I took my hearing test when I retired, my
but
hearing is
they
just as
did.
good.
They did use. I saw the earplugs they used, and those were the exact earplugs we used though.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have any issues. I have no. My hearing is one of the few things that wasn't screwed up after 20 years.
I got ringing in my ears like every day, all day.
Yeah, you should get something for that. I mean, that should be a big issue right there. I managed to get 80%. My wife got 100. Uh
Man,
she's also a combat vet, so she got 70% for her PTSD for what she saw in Afghanistan.
see, I'm trying to file for that too. I'm trying. I'm in the middle of appealing the PTSD, the back injury. So I'm in appeal right now. So I just talked to my VA representative here in my city, and he said, hey, I'm just waiting to hear back from the representative there. If they deny it again, then we're going in front of a judge.
I don't blame you. I would hands down do the same thing. How long ago did you get out?
Oh gosh, it was back in '94.
Yeah, see, that's where the problem lies, unfortunately. A lot of vets I know back in the 80s and 90s, the VA wasn't, they weren't really pushing the VA thing. When I got out, when I got out in 2002 from the Marine Corps before I joined the Air Force, they weren't talking about the VA. They weren't talking about going and taking care of your medical records and disability and stuff. That didn't come until much, much later. And then when I retired from the Air Force, they were hammering, don't bullshit the VA rep. Tell them everything. This is not
Yeah.
the time to try and man up. So I managed to get 80%, and then I always crack up when people tell me, they're like, why don't you try for that other 20? I'm like, because I don't bite the hand that feeds me. And the
Yeah.
last thing I want to do is go in there and have my rating devalued.
80 is pretty damn good.
80 is great. I mean, it's more than what I make on my retirement paycheck.
Yeah.
So I make, because my retirement check, my wife's retirement check, we're both E6s, and our disability, we make pretty much what we made while we were active duty. I'm not really going to go start bitching about that.
Yeah, because I
I'm
mean,
financially well off, so kind of hard
you
for
don't
me to
want to
want to go
fuck
bitch.
up. I mean, it's great just to fucking sit home and just receive a check every month.
I'm not going to lie, it is. Although I had somebody try and say I'm living off the government, I'm like, I signed a contract.
Yeah,
I signed a contract. I fulfilled that contract. I fulfilled my obligation.
yeah, yeah. Like you, whoever that was, you said, yeah. Let's see you put your fucking life on the line.
Let's see you do 20 years in the military and then talk to me about what I'm getting for free. It wasn't free. It was far from it.
Oh yeah,
Our
yeah.
compensation is far fucking. How's your but skipping that point, how's your VA hospital? Is it a good hospital?
Mm, excuse me. It wasn't until Trump came in.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, he did a fucking great job for vets in the VA.
before before I would wait for hours to see a guy, and he would act like a total fucking asshole to me. He goes, "Well, if you don't like it, just fucking leave." He would tell me that to my face. And
Because he
now
couldn't
they're
be
like,
fired.
and now they're like, "Oh, oh." And I mean, last time I gave blood, dude, I was there maybe like as soon as they walk me upstairs to wherever they do the blood, like 2 minutes later, I'm in the back giving blood and out the door. And I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
I had my sister-in-law. She's married to uh I don't know how do I say this. My sister-in-law is married. He's a Marine, and she told me one time. I heard the story from my wife. They went to the VA hospital a few years ago. They ran him around three different departments, sent him to the wrong department three times, and then when he finally got to the right department, they said, "Well, you're 30 minutes late. We're not seeing you." And she looked at me. She goes, "You're fucking seeing my husband. You all fucked up, not him." And I'm thinking, for my Jewish sister-in-law to cuss, it takes a lot.
And let me tell you this, not only are they quick and shit about it, I regularly get cards like every month in the mail from the VA saying, "We're just checking in to see how you're doing." I'm like, Jesus, they never did that shit before.
Yeah, I don't. My nearest VA. Hey, Dave. Dave G Sound. Uh,
What's up,
how you doing,
Dave?
buddy? My VA is an hour away in Columbia, South Carolina. But because of what Trump did, I get to actually, I'm farmed out. So I'm at a satellite here in town. So I only have to drive 15 minutes to my doctor.
Oh,
Uh,
I
because
did. I did
they
my.
allow it.
I did my basic in South Carolina. over
Did
at
you go to PI or you did you go to PI?
Fort Jackson.
Oh, Fort Jackson. Gotcha. Army guy. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
to Fort Jackson. Hey, did they have that swimming pool there when you were in?
No, they had the
Oh,
Victory
dude,
Tower.
they have an entire water park at Fort Jackson now.
Oh, I didn't know. They didn't have that shit when I was there. They had that Victory Tower thing. That's the only thing big they had.
Yeah, at Fort Jackson now, dude, they have a water park. It's a little water park, but it's on a freaking base, so it's kind of a big deal. They got a lazy river in there. They got a few
N-
slides, good sized pool. Fucking
uh,
gorgeous, man. It's like a 45-minute drive, but it's not too bad.
Damn, a water park at a base? Shit.
I know. Who would have thought a water park at a base? I mean, a pool? Yeah, I've seen pools at bases, but a freaking water park. I feel bad for the recruits, man. I'm like, you poor bastards can't get in the pool, I bet. And
I
they're
tell you,
oh, what does the army call them? Do they call them BXs or what do you guys call the exchange in the army? It's not a
the
PX.
extremes.
Yeah, the exchange. I think it's just called a
Oh,
PX.
oh no, oh no, PX.
It is called a PX. Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember if it was called PX or BX.
yeah, PX.
It depends on what base you're on. But yeah, the PX there is nice. That food court, beautiful. I'm like, how come I couldn't get stationed at places that had this kind of good
I
shit?
actually got out Article 14 at Fort Jackson. We had this like me and two other guys. We had this hustle going on because we couldn't smoke at boot camp, right?
Yeah,
And you know how they have like a little PX right beside your company, but the only thing they sell is like um, the basics like shoe polish. They just they don't sell contraband.
yeah, you're limited
And
on what you're allowed to buy as a recruit.
right, so what we would do is we would go to sick call and we would walk to our nearest sick call right beside our company. We would sign in, walk right back out, go to the bus stop, get on the bus, go to the main PX where it's like a fucking Walmart, and we would buy like fucking logs of fucking skulls, cigarettes, and all that. And we would like go back to sit call, sign out. That way, there's a record of that we was there, and then we would sell them like in our company for like $10 a piece. Man, we had a fucking
Oh God.
and this was like in the early '90s, $10 a piece. We had a
Oh,
fucking we had a
and you got
hustle
caught,
going
but you
on.
got caught, didn't you?
Yes, this other fucking motherfucker from like fourth platoon was at the bus stop when he saw me pulling out cigarettes of my pocket, and he told our second lieutenant. And I'm sitting at the bus
Oh,
stop. I'm smoking a cigarette at the bus stop, and next thing you know, I see the second lieutenant pull up in a truck. I'm like, "What the fuck is he doing here?" And he made like all three of us get in the back of his truck, and it went on from there.
yeah, you couldn't get away with that shit in the 2000s. We were marked at MCRD San Diego. We're marked. You can't. We're very limited on where we can go. All the contraband stuff we could have tried to get was across the parade deck, and recruits were not allowed to cross the parade deck. So we couldn't go to what was called main side.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. We could go to main side, but we had to have a DI with us.
Oh.
They watched your ass, trust me. Ooh. When I graduated off the boot camp, when I graduated off the parade deck, I immediately went to the store, bought a pack of cool menthols, and son of a bitch, guess what they didn't sell? They sold cigarettes, they
Oh,
did not sell lighters.
oh fuck.
So I bought a pack of cigarettes, got on the bus, got to the airport in San Diego, and found the first guy with a cigarette and said, "Can I borrow a lighter?"
Now, what's
And
funny is when we went to AIT, because I went to AIT in Fort Gordon, Georgia.
Okay.
Our local P. You know how they give you a little bit more freedom at AIT. You're still under a drill sergeant, but they give you a little bit more freedom. Um, our local PX by our company sold fucking like cigarettes and alcohol. Well, we was able to smoke at our AIT, and they would sell fucking like pictures of fucking what's that nasty ass beer, Mickey's,
Oh,
and
yeah, but you know what? You got to take what you get.
yeah, but we would like all go to the PX before formation and get pictures of Mickey's and just get fucking shit faced. And we're like in formation and we're like all like fucking wobbling and shit.
Oh man, when I finished boot camp, I was given 10 days of leave, like everybody else in the Marine Corps. Um, and then I went back to California. Uh, I went to Camp Pendleton for what was called ITB. So you went to AIT; they would have called that in the Marine Corps. Um, ITB, which would have been Infantry Training Battalion. Me, before, if you were a POG, a personnel other than grunt, like I was a radio operator. We went to what was called MCT, which was 2 weeks, kind of stripped down infantry, and then we went to our technical school.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was so funny because the first time we get woke up, uh, everybody starts jumping around, and then the guy comes in and goes, "All right, guys, time to get up." And then we're all jumping around. We're trying to throw our clothes. He's like, "No, no, 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 no. Take your time. We got 30 minutes till formation." And we're all kind of like, "Huh? Okay." So we're
Hmm.
sitting here trying to throw our uniforms on like crazy because we're used to that.
Like it, yeah, like it was boot camp. Because you have to be out of bed, make your bed, you had to be in uniform, shit, shower, shave, and be in formation in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Oh man. Uh,
But I want to back up now. You got banned from Twitter.
I got suspended. I filed an appeal.
Okay, so who are you talking shit about?
LN/Elliot Page.
Who the fuck is that?
Um, she played Shadowcat on the X-Men movies. I think Last Stand and Days of Future Past. I think that's where she was in. She played on the Umbrella Academy. You could look her up. She looks like a chick with a stick up her ass all the time. And
Does she have short black hair?
I think so. I think her hair's short and black
Yeah.
now.
Okay, I think yeah. So did she see this? Whatever you posted?
Oh, I doubt it. All I did was post things. All I just did what I do. I just was like, okay. So I was like, I asked stupid questions like, well, wait a minute. Does that mean she was a liar before because she said she was gay? She's married to a woman. Now she's saying she's trans. Does that mean she was lying beforehand? And I'm like, what does that make
Oh,
her wife now? Now that now that she's saying she's a trans white man. I was like,
so
I was
her
doing,
fan, so her fans kind of pretty much attacked you.
they might have, I don't know. That probably one of them said something. I don't give a fuck.
See,
Just would
that's why
like to
I'm
know
not on
which one of my
Twitter.
comments it was. I didn't actually say anything negative about her. I just asked honest questions.
How
But,
long are how long are you suspended?
I don't have a timeline. According to it, it just says my account is suspended. It hasn't said anything else.
Damn.
Yeah, let's see. Your account is suspended and is not permitted to perform this action. So I got a message. I got a DM. I can't even look at DMs. I can't DM anything. I can't look at notifications. All I can see is what's mainly on the main feed. I was like, okay, that must have really pissed somebody off.
Somebody probably reported you and shit.
Well, I've been in Twitter jail for 12 hours, 24 hours. Last time was 7 days. I got a feeling this was just the next level up.
Well,
Last time I got sus-
I got a troll out there somewhere that's like fucking me up because everybody knows what kind of movies I post. Most of my movies has got nudity in it. I mean, even the title gives that shit away sometimes. And somebody reports me a lot, and gets my channel struck down. I mean, this is like my third or fourth channel I made because the rest got deleted for sexual content.
Oh,
You know,
somebody's got a little puss there.
yeah, somebody's butt hurt. Got a personal beef with me, and I think I know who it is, but I'm
Hmm.
not sure. They
Well,
act friendly to my face, but I think I know who it is.
oh, I hate those type of people.
Yeah, because
I hate two-faced people.
yeah.
Absolutely hate them. Yeah, I can't stand that kind of shit. But like I said, I'm not surprised. This is nothing new to me. I've been suspended. I've been locked in Twitter jail. Now I'm suspended. I'll appeal. We'll see what happens. I'll worry about it later. If I have to, I'll just create. I'll go. My first account was called Nobody Geek. My current account is NBGeek 2.0. If I have to go 3.0, I'll go 3.0 or 2.1. Haven't decided yet.
Well, I think Eli Who got fucking banned from William Shatner for like some like mundane comment.
William
And I'm like,
Shatner has this
that's
thing about he'll block you and then say, if you make a donation, I'll unblock you. Because I
yeah,
remember he did that to
that's what he said.
Doomcock, and I was like, that's a dick move. I'm sorry, that's a dick move.
That is.
That's a dick move there. I don't agree with that.
It's because he's a has been and he's not making money no more, so that's the only way he can make money.
Mm.
You
I'm
think it goes
surprised
to
Tim.
a charity? It don't go to no charity. It goes to his pocket.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tim Russ hasn't banned me from his account yet. The guy who played
See, I don't
Tuvok.
even know. Oh, Tuvok, yes, yes, yeah, I
Uh,
remember him.
Yeah, I've been him and a few others. I have been very active on their accounts at times, and I don't expect them to say anything, but it's always funny when I get one of their fans all butthurt.
Yeah,
That's half the fun of it. Oh,
I got fucked. Well, this is when I was on Facebook. I don't know if you remember Annette Haven. She was like a famous '70s porn star, and like all her fans, it just made me sick to see like all her fans. Like she'll post a photo, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you're so pretty." I mean, she's fucking a has been, right? And everybody's like kissing her. Everybody's like kissing her ass all the time, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of seeing this shit because I'm a real motherfucker. I'll tell it like it is. And I said something, and fucking Annette Haven like actually replied to me. She goes, "You must be some kind of a special kind of stupid." And I said, "Bitch," I don't give a fuck either. I said, "Bitch," I was like, "I don't give a fuck who you are, how famous you are, who kisses your ass." I was like, "Nobody fucking talks to me that way, so you might as well fucking delete me right now." Boop, she deleted me.
yeah, I've had a few times where I've had people do that. I've had times where people they'll be like, "I bet you don't talk like that in person." I'm like, I talk
Oh,
exactly the
yeah.
same way I talk in person as I do online. There ain't no difference. I will
Yeah,
talk to
that's
you
same
straight
here.
to your. I will say it straight to your face, uh, as I will type it, just as easy because that's just how I am. I don't fuck around with that shit.
That's like this dude. Like when I was coming from Mexico last week, this guy. Because what I'll do since I got a back injury, like where I'm at, there's like a long line across the bridge, and I'll tell the guy behind me, I'm like, look, I'm gonna go up forward. I'm gonna go sit down because of my back, and I'm gonna wait till the line catches up, and I'll get back in line where I was. He's like, okay, cool. But I forgot where I was in line because I was on my phone. So I thought I was in front of this one guy, and I'm like, hey, so I got in front of him. He's like, you wasn't right here. And I'm like, you don't remember me being in front of you? Seriously? He's like, no, you were here. Get back. I'm like, man, you're fucking loco. And he goes, what did you say to me? I said, you're fucking loco. And there was almost a fist fight on the fucking bridge right there.
Oh man.
I said it even louder, because he thought, I would like back down. He goes, "What did you say to me?" I said, "You fucking loco."
Yeah, one time I've told people I'll say something to them and they'll be like, "What'd you fucking say?" And I'll look dead at them and I'll say, "Did I fucking stutter?"
See, these
And they'll
motherfuckers
look, and
don't know
I'll
me.
just I'll put a look like this. I'll just be like, "Did I fucking stutter? Do you think I'm gonna back down?" I
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't know. Like back in the day, like in my early 20s when I used to party and fucking do all that. I probably said this before on Pixel Stream. It wasn't a good night until I got into a bar fight. Like every time I go to a bar, I would love to fight. I would love to fight them. I would start fights just to get in a fight.
Yeah, you sound like the embodiment of the beginning of the song. I went to a party last night. I didn't get laid. I got into a
Yeah.
fight. I managed to fortunately not get into too many fights when I went to parties.
Oh
But
man, I love.
generally I knew most of the people there, so
I mean, now that I look back on it, I'm grown. I'm more mature. I feel sorry for the people that I picked fights with just to fight because these people did nothing wrong. You know, they were just
we
minding
were
their own
young and
business.
stupid. We were young and
Yeah.
stupid. I had this one I had this one airman. Her name escapes me at the moment, I think. Hamblin. That was her last name. Anyway, she was one of these girls that one was super hot and she knew it and she liked to flaunt it. And I had to put a kibosh on that when I first worked into my work because she would be sitting on people's laps and stuff, and I'd be like, no, this shit ain't happening. And she made a comment to me. She was like on her 21st birthday. She said these guys were going to take her bar hopping, and I'm like, no, no, this is a bad idea. I'm like, you want to go bar hopping, go with some girls. No, go with a couple of guys. Thankfully, we talked her out of it. And it was my wife and me both. My wife was like, I'll go with you, but you can't go with a bunch of boys yourself
Yeah.
because
Let me
we
ask
were
you this.
worried about what would happen to her.
Let me ask you this. This went on a lot back in the early '90s when I joined. Um, you know what BAQ is, right?
Yeah, I know what BAQ is.
Okay. For people in chat that don't know, BAQ, you get extra money if you marry another military person. So when I was in, motherfuckers were marrying each other in the same platoon, like just to get the fucking BAQ.
Well, it's weird because there was a time when, I mean, yeah, if you married and you got BAQ, you were mill to mill, like my wife and I are mill to mill. One of us got the married rate, one of us got the single rate. It just depended on, who was the higher rank.
Oh, I didn't
But
know. I don't
can't
know if they
complain,
had
it was
that back
pretty good
then.
money. Can't complain, it was
Yeah,
good money.
that's why people were getting married. They didn't love each other. They didn't know each other. Like, hey, let's just hitch up. But I think back then they both got the money. I didn't. I don't know if they had like one got the single rate. I don't know if they had that back then.
Mm.
Maybe they changed it now because so many motherfuckers were doing that.
Well, there was a time where if you lived in base housing and you were mill to mill, you both had to give up your BAQ, which never made a damn bit of sense to me why you would do that. So they changed it to where if you lived on base housing after they started contracting it out, only the person who had the highest BAQ would get that taken out. The other person got to keep their BAQ. So like my BAQ went to the base house, and my wife's we got to keep.
Yeah, you gotta pay one of that rent money.
Yeah, it's not called BAQ anymore. It's called BAH.
Oh,
Yeah, they changed it from BAQ to BAH maybe 10 years ago. Basically, it went from basic allowance for quarters to basic allowance for housing. How why they changed the name, who the fuck knows?
god damn! And of course, AIT they let us off for the weekends, and man, those fucking poor hotels we went to, man, they would just get torn the fuck up.
Oh man, when I
Ho-
was at oh god, when I was at tech school, we'd get our weekends off. I was in 29 Palms, California. We'd all go to oh god, we'd all go to oh where'd we go? We go to Palm Springs or Palm Desert. Hey Jedi Bill,
I
and
saw him. I saw him
yeah,
for a second. Where'd he go?
I don't know. Saw him for a second, then he dropped. And basically you'd have one guy go rent a hotel,
Yep.
have one find the guy who's 21 to buy the alcohol. And then you'd
And
have
then
about
like,
eight, nine people in a freaking hotel room getting drunk,
that's what I was about to say. About 20 people in a room.
getting shit faced drunk, all partying in the hotel room. And we only
Yeah,
pay for one room.
there were like
I
holes
was,
punched in the wall.
oh, dude, I was so drunk one night. I sat out, I was out on the porch, out on we were on the third deck. So I was out there smoking a cigarette, and these chicks come out of the room next to us. And you know how some of those rooms, they have that door where you can open up to where you can partition back and forth. She
Oh
goes,
yeah,
yeah, she was like, "Are you 21?" I'm like, I'm so fucking shit faced right now. I'm like, no. She's like, damn, we were hoping somebody had some alcohol. I said, get us some. I said, oh, you want alcohol? I knocked on the door. I said, hey guys, I said, hey, hook these girls up with some alcohol, man. I woke up the
oh
next
man.
morning. Oh God. They opened their door, and God, it just turned into a fucking party from hell.
You know the places around Fort Gordon, Georgia. I was 18, and not one ever carded me. They would let me buy alcohol, no problem, because
Yeah,
they see the buzz cut. They see the buzz cut. They know we're Army. Not one of them ever carded me.
yeah, we were fortunate. We had people that were 21, didn't care about buying 19, 20-year olds, 18-year olds alcohol. We all fucking did stupid shit, and man, we woke up that next morning. Oh man. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Checkout is at 11. There's a full fucking turkey Hennessy that wasn't even open that night. Still
Damn.
sitting there. Everything else, beer, everything. We finally decided to leave. We saw the lady was coming through doing the cleaning. We just left the bottle there. We're like, nah, let her have it. That's a tip. We'll let her have the Tennessee whiskey as a tip.
I remember
Oh,
actually this was a night I drank fucking Mad Dog 2020. I got
oh shit.
shit faced. I got shit faced off of Mad Dog, and I'm laying in between the bed and the wall, and I started feeling sick, and I just saw a plastic bag, and I looked in it, and it looked like just trash in it, and I just I puked in the bag, and all of a sudden I hear, "Damn, Libby puked on your cigarette, Sappington," and I'm like, "What?" Motherfucker had like 2 cartons of cigarettes in this bag, and I just vomited on.
Oh
He's
man.
like, "Man, you're buying me more cigarettes, man. You're buying me more cigarettes." He was pissed.
Uh, I had one time. Oh God, one of the worst things. I was out in 29 Palms. I was drunk. I grabbed the wrong bottle of water. I thought this was my Coke. Nope, it was my buddy's spit bottle.
Oh God.
I literally took a swig, started throwing it all over the place.
See, that's
I
what we
literally punched
did.
my buddy in the shoulder. I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
That's what we usually did in basic because you can't smell dip. So we would mostly do dip in basic. We'll sit on the toilet and just spit in the toilet. You know, the times we did smoke would be after the drill sergeant leaves for the last count, and we would go into the shower and turn like all the showers on to where it's like hot, and all the steam would like push the smoke up through the vent.
Yeah.
Some crazy motherfucking times, man. I couldn't believe you started streaming this early. I thought it was maybe a video you did like earlier or something. I'm like, well, shit, I'm up. I'm gonna see what this is about.
Nah, I wasn't feeling good, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm up. I don't feel good. Ah, fuck it, stream. What the hell? I got nothing better to do." I was wait. It's not the first time I've done this. That sometimes if Jedi Bill's not on, I'll fire up a stream, see if anybody wants to bullshit.
Jedi Bill gets on this early.
Jedi Bill runs a stream. He runs Insomniac Soup. He usually runs it. Starts about 1 a.m. Uh, Eastern time, and then he usually runs it till about 9. He usually runs an
Damn.
8 hour stream. Sometimes he runs it less. Sometimes he runs it more. Just depends on the situation. But yeah, it looks like today he stopped streaming about 2 hours before I got up. I don't know. That could mean he just didn't have anything going on, or sometimes he has an issue he has to take care of. But we just saw him in here, so he can come back.
Yeah, popped in and popped out.
Yeah, come on back, Jedi Bill. We love you. You got nothing but love here. I can't even post the shit. I mean, I can't even post the shit on Twitter, so I'm like the only place I can put it is Discord.
See, I've never used Twitter. I don't get into Twitter.
I
My
honestly didn't
fucking
get into Twitter. I got into
my,
Twitter about two years ago, right after I retired from the Air Force. I refused to get on Twitter before then because I was like, I will say shit that might get me in trouble with
yeah,
military.
yeah.
Hey, Lukey.
And my fucking ex-wife, she's obsessed with fucking TikTok. I don't get that shit. It's so stupid to me. It's just dumb. And I keep telling her, I'm like, look, that's for like the younger generation. I'm like, you're a fucking old ass woman. What are you doing on there?
This is my little puppers. This is Luke. He's up here because he knows I don't feel good. He's a good puppers. He's a good little puppers. Good little
Yeah, the
puppers.
bad thing is, I got to fly out next week.
Where
And I got
to?
a cat, Florida, and
Okay.
I got a cat. But my ex said that she'll come and take care of my cat. But man, I feel bad for leaving my cat.
Yeah. That's a downside with so many pets in my house. I got 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a guinea pig, and I'm like, fuck. Boarding them up when we go, it's rough.
See, it might be a fucked up day for me because here's the thing: is my main doctor, my private doctor that I go to get my hydrocodone. Um, I have a doctor's appointment with him on Monday, and I'm leaving out on the plane the next day. So I need to call him. I need to call the office today and make sure. I'm like, is he gonna be there Monday? Because he's got a bad habit of just not showing up sometimes. And of course, hydrocodone they have to use a special script.
Yeah, I
And
know what hydrocodone is. That shit
yeah,
ain't something you fuck with.
right. They have to use what they call a triplicate, which only a doctor can do it. Um, so And I called yesterday because usually they're open till 5, and the answering service like, oh, they're already closed down, and I'm like, well, when do they open? She goes, oh, they're only open until 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm like, 1 o'clock. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I got a VA appointment, so I have to call them like around 9, which will be right in the middle of me transporting to the VA. And if they tell me like, oh no, he's not going to be here Monday. I'm going to have to tell that driver, you're going to have to turn around right now and take me back because I got to go to the doctor because
Uh,
I got to have my pills for the trip.
no, that's understandable. So you get your prescription, you get your scripts through the VA.
No, no, they called me up because my back is so fucked up, the pain. And
Yeah.
I talked to the doctor. I'm like, look, my private doctor has been giving me hydrocodone for fucking years and years and years. She goes, oh, well, we don't give that out no more. And I'm like, you don't prescribe that to people no more? She goes, no, we're trying to get them off of that. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll stick with my private doctor.
Yeah, that's understandable. I was fortunate. My private doctor here. Uh, I'm on 3 medications. I take one for anxiety, I'm actually one of those people, and I didn't even know this until till the mask shit started happening. Is that wearing a mask causes me anxiety and has actually caused me multiple panic attacks.
Yeah, I get panic attacks.
Oh, I hate those things. They're the worst.
Yeah.
Uh, so she put me on. I'm on a blood pressure med. I'm on an anti-anxiety med, and then I was on another med. And this med was so bad, it was making me cough, hack up. I mean, I just was miserable. I had to stop taking it. Saw my doctor, and she's like, okay. She ended up putting me on a beta blocker.
Yeah, they also got me on fucking Xanax.
So,
They got me on Ambien for sleep.
okay. I thought Ambien was more of an allergy med, or is that a sleep med too?
That's a sleep medicine. That shit'll knock you the
Okay.
fuck out.
So with that
I love it.
hydrocodone, or at least for me it
No,
would.
no. Oh man, that shit does the opposite of me. It's like meth for me. I'm like hyper and I fucking start wanting to doing shit. I love that shit.
That's interesting because when I took hydrocodone after my surgery on my arm and my wrist, I took the pill at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was out by
Not you.
7:30, and I woke up at 5 p.m.
Oh, not me, man. It makes me like fucking just work like a motherfucker.
Makes me high as a kite, and
Oh
I
yeah,
mean
you
high
feel
like,
good.
oh, you feel
You feel
good, but
good.
I feel so relaxed taking that shit. It's like smoking weed times 10
It's like
for me.
smoking weed times 10 with laced with cocaine.
Yeah, I've heard other people tell me that same thing that hydrocodone will make them
I
hyper. I'm
think
like, for me, it just makes me sleepy as fuck.
Well, I think people that's taking it for like a long period of time, it starts making them hyper. But like at first, it would make me like real tired.
Mm,
I think after a while, your body kind of changes. You know,
that's a possibility. I like this. You should wear a mask even if you don't need it. You mean like carrying a gun?
who
I
said that?
like that. I like that. That's on my Facebook. I think my mom pointed that one out.
Um,
I always think it's funny. People are like, "Why do you carry a gun?" I'm like, "Cause I can."
yeah. Oh, I love those videos on YouTube where I think it was here in Texas, like other states, where you can like just walk down the road with an AR-15, and cops they can't even stop you. And but of course you got people that are like saying, oh, there's a guy walking down the street with a gun on his shoulder, and of course cops are going to show up and they're like, hey, what's your name? I don't got to give you my name. Well, what are you doing? Did I do something wrong, officer? No, just want to know what. Well, am I free to go? Well, just give us your name. He's like, I don't have to give you my name. He goes, what crime? He goes, you're not supposed to stop me just because I'm carrying a gun. And you got to see those videos, man. They're so funny because the cops got
Yeah.
no power. They don't have no power. You don't have to give them your name. The police cannot stop you just on the fact you're carrying a gun.
Oh, I know. Here in South Carolina, the only time I have to tell a cop I have a gun on me is if they pull me over or stop me. Then I have to tell
Oh
them.
yeah,
But
yeah, because they'll shoot
past
your
that,
ass.
if I'm just having a conversation with them or something, I don't have to tell them shit. And most of the time, I've only had one time in my life anybody ever, and there's only been one time so far carrying my gun, anyone's ever actually asked me if it was a gun. And I said, yeah, I carry
Well, these
if you've never heard of my concealed carry, I use what's called a Sneaky Pete.
never heard of.
So a Sneaky Pete is a custom made um, holster designed
Sounds like something.
specifically for. Yeah, it's oh here, I'll show you. Let me go grab it real
So,
quick.
sounds like an ankle pistol.
No, it's not an ankle pistol. I'll show you. Thanks, honey.
Damn, been streaming for an hour.
Sorry about that. That took longer than I meant. I had to go. I forgot it was in the safe. So this is called a Sneaky Pete.
Okay. And where would you wear that on your back?
Now I wear it on my right side.
Okay. That's for clips, right?
Yeah. Uh, Currently Gemini 9 millimeter Taurus.
Oh, Taurus is a good brand.
It is. I do enjoy it. But the nice thing is, um, I don't have to keep my shirt untucked. You can't see it. This is fully considered concealed.
Yeah, it looks like a little pack.
Exactly. Most people, I think, just assume. I saw one guy. He did his. He put an Apple label on it to make it look like he was carrying around his iPad. I thought
That's a good
that's a pretty
idea.
good idea.
No,
But yeah,
I used to carry my Colt 1911.
yeah. So what they do is they customize it. They'll make the size, the fit for your particular weapon. You pick you tell it what type of weapon you have, what type of pistol, what type of caliber, what type of clip, and they'll custom make it for you for that.
Now, is it easily accessible? Okay.
Pretty much.
I think fucking everybody should, well, everybody that's trained should fucking conceal carry. Crime would go down a lot.
Well, when
None of
somebody
this,
goes,
none of this mass shooting shit would start going on.
well, I have people who, they'll be like, "You're 5'11", 230 pounds. What do you need a gun for?" I said, "Well, my wife's 4'8", 100 pounds." I said, "What does
That
she
don't
need a
matter
gun
how
for?"
fucking. It don't matter.
Yeah,
You could be
exactly.
6'5" and the motherfucker's got an AR-15 and shoot you in the fucking head. You're gonna go down. You know.
Mm, I like
It.
that. Give me your wallet
You
and
know.
phone. Sure, here you go. That would work out that way. That would work out that way.
That
You want
would
my
be
phone?
cool.
Here you go.
Here, let me get my phone out for you.
Now, do you carry a do you have a pistol that has a safety on or not? Because I know sometimes you can buy them with safety, sometimes you don't. I
I
prefer
buy them
having
with
the
a.
safety.
Yes, I have a round chambered and I do put it on safety
Yeah, I always have a round chambered myself, and I'm always making sure I check. Yep, she's still in the chamber.
because it only takes a split second for shit to go down, and if that split second it takes you to chamber around, you could be dead.
Yep, that's why I never do understand why I see these movies where they're always doing that. They're always cocking, they're always chambering. I'm like,
Oh
didn't you
yeah,
have? Why didn't you have a round already in there? That was a second that could change everything.
yeah.
And my wife carries a Ruger 22, and somebody's like, "Well, that ain't gonna do much." I said, "Let me explain something to you. You pull that fucking gun out. Do you think he's gonna take the time to worry about what caliber is about to shoot his ass?
Yeah, that's true.
No, no, they ain't gonna
Well,
take
if she
time to worry about.
if she's a good shot, one headshot from a 22 would do the job.
Well, hey, one body shot will do enough to fuck somebody up at close
And what
range.
if you hit him in the heart? Yeah, I mean it'll hurt.
Oh, it'll hurt like hell. But the advantage of her having that is, I mean, one thing that I like about a plinker is you can pop off all 10 rounds in less than a second, less than 2 seconds. It just pop, 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 pop. Virtually no
Yeah.
recoil. Perfect for her. She actually has. She actually carries her. Once shit started really getting bad, I said, "I want you to carry your gun everywhere you go." And she has one of those concealed carry purses that is actually designed to carry the
Oh
gun.
yeah, those I've seen those. Those are pretty cool.
It is cool. I like the fact that she has that, and she takes it with her. Because with the way shit was going this last year, I was like, I don't want you out there
That's
with
what I
a.
don't get. You got these liberal motherfuckers. Because I don't know. I was in some kind of chat and I was talking about how my dad, since the age of 9, because us Southerners, that's you teach your kids early to shoot. And
Exactly.
my dad started teaching me at 9 years old. And some fucking liberal motherfucker was like, "Whose dad would teach their little kid at 9 to shoot a gun?" I'm
A
like, "Hey,
responsible dad.
yeah." I was like, "That's how we do it in the South."
Well, my kids, well, let's see. My son shot his first M4 when he was about 8, 9. Uh, it's a little plinker, 22. It's a little M4 with 22 long rifle, perfect to start out.
Yeah,
And then my daughter was, I think, 7 when she first shot too, and they know how to clean a weapon. They know how to check it. Actually, it was interesting. The first time my son, first time he was able to pull the charging handle back, he showed me he could do it, and I showed it to mom, and he grabbed the Ruger, and it was empty.
that's how.
But
That's
what he did was he took the weapon, pointed it completely in the opposite direction of anybody else to show us that he could pull the
yeah,
charging handle back. And I
that,
was like,
that's what I was. That's what I was about to say. It teaches you good discipline at an early age.
so yeah, he
At,
knew.
at at 14 years old, I had my own guns, and I wasn't out there playing with them like toys. They stayed in my closet. I knew they weren't toys, and I was already disciplined.
Well, as I
Not
tell,
sh- I wasn't showing my friends like, "Hey, look, look, get out playing with." No, I knew they wasn't toys. They wasn't nothing to fuck with. Keep them in your closet. I already knew that shit at 14.
yeah, my kids know that too because I mean, they know where the guns are in the house. They know where the ones that are locked up. They know where the ones that aren't locked up. Guess what? They don't mess with them because they're disciplined and they're trained on them. Because the first thing I did, and I say this every time we do any
Yeah,
hunting, I said, remember,
mom and dad may be incapacitated, and then maybe it's up to them to fucking take care of the problem.
and I've told my kids, I said, toys are for playing, tools are for working. I said a gun has one purpose. It is a weapon. It is meant to
Yeah,
kill. That is the only
yeah.
purpose for this weapon. Weapons are meant to kill, nothing more, nothing less. The moment
Look at
and
Dave.
once
Dave,
that is ingrained in them, real simple, it takes the mystery out of it. It's like they know it's like porn. It's like once they see it, it takes the mystery.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So my kids know. They know how to. I mean, shoot, my kids have helped me load ammo in a clip before. Why? Because I taught them how to do it, and I told them, and I say, I don't care how many times you picked up that weapon. I said, every time you pick it up, you check to see if there's a chamber, if there's a round in the chamber. Every time.
Exactly.
I don't care if you checked it 100 times. You
And
check
do
it
not, I
101.
check him and they check it, and do not put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot the target.
Exactly. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're prepared to fire. Treat every weapon as if it was loaded. Never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you prepare to fire. Know
Yeah,
your target.
yeah.
And every time I go out to the
And
range with my kids,
and
I
and like if you're not at a range or whatever and somewhere new, the first thing that I was taught is like before you start shooting anything, look beyond. Like
Yeah,
see what's beyond because you don't want to start shooting and you see some houses back there. Make sure you know what's behind your target because you could be hitting innocent people.
yeah, exactly. No, it's yeah, and that's totally agree. And the strange thing is I wonder why people are so afraid of rifles more than pistols. I'm like, pistols are going to do a lot more death, and they're a lot easier to hide than a rifle.
Well, I think it's because rifles, they carry like 30 rounds, but you can get extended clips on pistols too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have banana clips that'll hold 30 rounds, but I also have regular clips that'll hold regular magazines that'll hold 10 rounds.
I
But the
love that
problem too,
video.
yeah,
I love that. I love that video where it shows like the security camera, and I guess it was like a slot machine little hall, and some guys came in to fucking rob it, and this like little old man just gets up, man, and he just starts fucking popping off fucking rounds at those motherfuckers.
I uh I saw one that was interesting. There was this video of this woman, this little old lady, and this guy literally gets in front of her at the gas station. He's buying beer, and he's like, "I gotta go. I gotta get to a party." And she just up. She's like, "You can fucking wait." She's like, "What do you think you are?" And then he actually is waiting outside for her, and he starts doubling his fists up, and she pulls her weapon out of her bra. She pulls her gun out of her bra, and motherfucker bolts. I'm just like, yeah, Granny got a gun, bitch. But
See,
like,
that's
don't.
also a deterrent because
Mm,
if enough videos come out about that, people would stop because you never know who might be fucking carrying a gun. So that keeps people from doing what the fucking they do because you don't know if they're fucking packing.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Like I said, there's only been one time I knew a guy. There's only been actually one time I knew a guy was packing, and that's because he had a sneaky Pete just like I did. And we were both carrying. So I asked him, I said, "Hey, what do you got in your sneaky Pete?" And he
Well,
knew
then
what
you
I
got
was
some
talking.
then you got some assholes. I'll give you an example. I was at a gas pump and I was kind of away from the pump and I lit up a cigarette and this guy was in a truck and he rolled his window down. He was beside us. He goes, "Put that fucking cigarette out." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he fucking like kind of like showed his gun. And I'm like, "What are you so? Was that supposed to scare me or something?" And he said, "I'm a police officer." And he showed me a badge. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Why didn't he show the badge first? That would have
I
been the
don't know.
first thing he should have fucking shown you.
Yeah, he kind of like kind of he didn't point it at me, but he just kind of like let me know he got a pistol, and I'm like, yeah, what? Yeah, you gonna shoot me for smoking?"
Yeah, that'd be a little overkill, I think. I'd hate to see the paperwork on that one. That would be
Yeah,
weird.
he,
Could you imagine the paperwork on that shit?
he wouldn't step away from the pump with the cigarette, sir. So I shot him in the head.
Well, that's justified. Okay, let's go home.
Knowing cops, yeah, they would fucking cover it up.
Oh, these days now, I mean, I can't help it. It's like, you see all this stupid shit. It's like, dude, everybody has a camera now.
Yeah.
What I always think is interesting is I see these stupid situations with people like, and it's like, what do they do? Oh, somebody's shooting. Let me get my camera out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get your camera out. Maybe not duck and run for cover, but get your camera out.
Well, they're talking about now all these cops wanting to wear body cameras. That shit don't matter. They can just fucking like cut out the fucking part they want to cut out.
Well, actually, I
You
thought it
know,
was. Actually, it's been funny. Those body cams have actually been used to prove people were full of shit when they were getting arrested.
well,
Now they don't like them
the
because it's.
yeah. Well, I thought there was some cases where there was like missing footage in there somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that. Most of
I
my
seen one. I seen one which this dude totally was. I don't know why he did it, but it looked like it was in a motel hallway, and they had like four guys with AR-15s on them, and he was on his hands and knees, and they start telling him to crawl toward them, and they're like, "Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands," and he starts crawling toward them. But this motherfucker somehow lifts up his hand and just kind of like you know puts it toward his butt, and they just fucking unload on his ass and kills him. I'm like, why in the fuck would he do that when you got out? Cops are trigger happy anyway. But yeah, they fucking unloaded on him and killed him for just lifting his hand up.
oh shit's crazy. Oh, got me some coffee. I gotta go to the
Yeah,
gas station a little bit, get some vape.
yeah, I'll have to
Oh,
get off here probably about 10 minutes. Start getting. I hadn't even gotten ready fucking to go yet. They're
yeah.
gonna be here in about.
What time's your ride picking you up in about an hour?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You're on Central Time, right? Because you're in Texas.
uh
Oh, gotta
I
love the
got a little
South.
bit of coffee left, so whenever my coffee's out, I'll get off here.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the store, get some vape, take some meds.
What kind of flavor you like?
I'm menthol. I prefer menthol.
Um, I tried vaping and I love like the fruity vapes. And what killed me is like all these anti-vaping people, like they got those fruity flavors and stuff because they're trying to appeal to kids. I'm like, no. I was like,
No,
adults love those fucking flavors.
are you kidding? I knew guys who were into that stuff big time. I had buddies of mine, man. They love the cereal ones. They like the cereal flavored
Oh yeah,
ones.
I love. They had a trick Fruit Loops one.
Yep,
I
a
I
Trix one.
love. Yeah, I love the fruity vapes. Fruity vapes are the thing. I don't like the baked like baked brownie. I don't like that. But I mean, they're acting like oh, the reason they're flavored like that is to appeal to kids. No, 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 no.
You can't even buy them in a frickin'. I mean, you got to be 18 to go into a vape store, a tobacco store for crying out. Or actually, I guess depending now. Now you got to be what 21.
Yeah,
Now it's
they changed it.
21. Yeah, they changed it to 21, which I thought was stupid. So my
I
daughter
got all
turned
these.
18. So my daughter was 19. She was allowed to smoke for 2 years, and then they said nope. I was like, whatever. Her boyfriend will just buy the damn cigarettes for her.
I got these like 14-year-old hooligans hanging around here, like my apartments, and they're like hanging around at the corner of the store. And I guess I just got that look or something. And like, hey man, can you go in there and buy us some blunts? I'm like, yeah, fuck, I don't give a shit. It's like I started smoking when I was your age.
I had a fucked up situation. I was in Illinois. That's where I'm from. I'm from Illinois, and I was helping my daughter move into her apartment. This is her first apartment, so I helped her move in. And I go up to Walmart. We pick up some stuff at Walmart, and I grab I'm like, I don't feel like stopping at the gas station. I'll just grab some beer here. No big deal, right? Grab some beer, got the stuff. Shit, the lady's like, "Can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." Show her my ID. I'm 40 years old at the time. I think I was 40 when I did that. And then she's like, I need to see her ID. I'm looking at my daughter. I'm like, why?
That's
I mean,
fucked
my
up.
face, I was like, why? She's like, we need to check everybody's ID. I said, she's not paying.
Um,
I am. I'm like, she's 19. She's my daughter.
they
I
thought you were
said,
buying them for her.
oh, I was pissed. I said, what the fuck does it matter if she's 21 or not? I said, I'm the one buying. I'm well over the legal drinking age. I said, do you do the shit with people when they have 5, 6-year-olds in their in their cart?
For
Oh, I
real.
was pissed. They called the manager over, and the manager's just like, "What's going on?" I said, "Why the fuck do you need to see my 19-year-old daughter's ID card when I'm the 41-year-old paying for the shit?"
Yeah,
And
that's
she
not
just
what it
looked
is.
at me. She's like, "It's fine. Just let him pay for it."
She shouldn't even ask that.
No, she shouldn't have. I was pissed. I had never had that in my life. Ask me for my daughter's ID when I'm fucking 40 years old. I mean, it would have been one thing if I had handed something to her or she was the one holding it, but that's not the
That's what I was
case.
about to say. That'd have been something. If she seen your daughter hand you the money, then yeah, I could have see that. But if you had the money and everything, no, they shouldn't even say that.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right about that. I've had people say, well, was your daughter handing you the money? I was like, no, I just paid for everything myself. Yeah, I was pissed about that one. That was the strangest fucking thing.
I wonder why they changed it to 21. I mean, that's fucked up.
I agree, it's fucked up. I thought it should have stayed to 18, but that's one of those things I don't agree. Well, when people say, do you agree with everything Trump's done? I'm like, nope, I don't agree with that one. I
Yeah.
did not agree with that rule. I did not agree with him signing that into law at
Well,
all.
I don't agree with him fucking cracking down on fucking opiates either because you got these kids that are fucking getting in their parents' medicine cabinet, ODing and dying. That makes the rest of us that need it look bad. you know,
Yeah, there is those unfortunate things. Yeah, there are those unfortunate side consequences that suck. So you got a small group of people screwed up for the rest of us who are
yeah,
actually trying to
exactly.
follow the rules.
That's why they switched hydrocodone to a Schedule 2 to make it hard to get. And hospitals now they won't fucking give it to you now. They used to be able to give them to you, like if you just had a fucking like sprained ankle or something. Now they just give you like Tylenol 3 because you have like that. Like I said, it's in the same class of like OxyContin and all that shit.
Yeah, but I don't think Tylenol 3 quite has the same impact as hydrocodone
Oh
does.
no,
Or
Tylenol 3
Oxy, but
sucks.
yeah.
Tylenol 3 just, I mean, you have to eat like 10 of those things.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But they can work.
Yeah, some people.
Uh, Meds work for different people. It's always weird how that plays out. Your body reacts differently. It'll annoy the ever loving shit out of you. Especially when you got to go in and then, well, we're going to start you off on this level of medication. And then, God, I hate having to experiment with drugs. It's like, we're going to start you off on this amount.
Yeah. I straight up tell them, well, of course, I live close to Mexico, so I can get anything over the counter anyway. So most
Yeah,
of the
that
time,
is
like,
right. Mexico does do that, don't they?
yeah, so if I ever run out of my own medicine, I'll just go over there and it's like, hey, give me this.
You're able to go, so there's no issue with you crossing the border, getting it, and bringing it back across the states.
Yes, there is an issue bringing it back. But
Okay.
there's ways
There's
around
ways
that.
around it. Oh, there's ways around everything.
But yeah, you can buy anything over the counter over there. Just like going in, it's like going into a gas station buying a pack of cigarettes. You say, "This is what I want." Okay, here's the money. Boom, boom, boom. Well, see, the thing is it's the same medicine that I take here. So
Hmm.
you know,
It's
I
they
just
don't have the
I
regulations we have.
I just put it in my pill bottle that I got here. So they don't know if it came from Mexico if it came here.
Ah, smart. All
Yeah.
right, Dave, have a good one. I know Bee's Nest is going to be leaving in a minute after he finishes coffee. Me, I'm probably going to shut it down in about after that because I know Loki's going live. And I'm going to go grab, probably go up to, like I said, go up to the gas station, get some vape, probably take some meds, at least for my sinuses because my allergies are bitching right now.
Cool. Well, MB, I'm gonna get off here, man. I gotta get ready. But I'll
Yeah,
see
no
you
problem,
later or
business. Hey,
something.
man, have a good hey, have a good safe trip over to the VA.
All right, man. See you later.
Are you just getting some blood work done?
Yeah, I think they're just gonna take labs. That's it.
Cool. Yeah, labs are not too bad. Go in,
Yeah,
get
I'm
your
in it.
labs done.
I'm in and
Call it a
out.
day.
Cool. All right, I'll see you later.
All right, business. Have a good one, buddy.
Okay.
Everybody in the chat: Rambling Canuck, Lord Seth, David G Sound, Bees Nest. Thanks for coming in. Definitely helped my day considering how shitty I feel. But it was good talking to you. Good talking to everyone. I see y'all in the chat. 20 minutes. Go check out Loki's Mornings of Mischief. It's Friday. I'm kind of curious to how he's going to send us into our weekend. I'm sure it'll be on fire. So, with that being said, peace and long life to all of you.